Will you agree with Marsha de Cordova MP, Dame Meg Hillier MP and Daniel Francis MP and pause the implementation of floating bus stops until new national guidance is published?
So TfL are working closely with DfT in relation to the new design guidance. What TfL are also doing is looking at those boroughs which have, inverted commas, the floating bus stops to make sure they follow the design guidance. What we discovered during our review was some of those floating bus stops haven't followed the design guidance.
Do you think that the Westminster floating bus stops are usable by blind people?
So it depends if they followed the guidance. So, as I said, the review undertaken by TfL showed some of the floating bus stops hadn't followed the guidance. Where they haven't followed the guidance, we're working with the councils to make sure they do.
But specifically, can you write to me about Westminster Bridge floating bus stop? That's the source of many complaints from blind people. I mean, do you think floating bus stops are usable by blind people?
In general terms, yes. Some have caused problems for those who are visually impaired.
You think they're usable, but blind people don't think they're usable. Do you know best?
I think some visually impaired people and groups have expressed concerns about some bus stops which TfL, DfT and others are seeking to address.
And will you take those floating bus stops out, therefore?
I think the points that have been made by a number of people, visually impaired people, cyclists and others, are being addressed by not just TfL, but the DfT as well.
So you're not going to take any action about the concerns of blind people who are now no longer using those bus stops and have to take detours?